While many Franciscans are priests, not all of us are. Some are called to live as religious brothers instead, living the gospel in schools, workshops, and behind desks rather than behind an altar. So, what's the difference, and why did I choose the path of ordination? This is Ask Brother Casey. A common misconception with Franciscans is that we're all priests, that friar and priest are synonymous. In fact, the word friar, from the Old French word frere, which is from the Latin frater, simply means brother. To be a friar has nothing to do with ordination and everything to do with the brotherhood that one is a part of. Some friars are priests, but all friars are brothers. Naturally, though, people want to be able to tell the difference and will inevitably ask the innocent yet highly offensive question, are you going to be a priest or just a brother? I cannot stress how uncomfortable friars get when asked this question. You see, while the church wants to be organized hierarchically and know who is in charge of whom, the Franciscans are organized in a much more egalitarian manner. We might have different roles, yes, but at our very core, we're equal in each other's eyes, irrespective of ordination. And so no one is just a brother. We're all brothers, together. For this reason, a priest is not a higher calling for us. It does not deserve any more respect, and it doesn't necessarily designate one's greater skill, intelligence, or usefulness in the church. A Franciscan becomes a priest not because he's better or worse, but because he feels called to it and chooses to do so. Some guys feel called to be counselors and social workers, while some feel called to be a priest. Each is living out the baptismal call to be a priest, prophet, and king in the world, just in different ways. So, with all the many options before me, why did I choose the path of priesthood over all the others? There are, of course, many reasons. Witnessing the lack of priests all around me and seeing the need of the people, there was definitely a sense of, if not me, then who? I surely was not going to let the thing I loved most die on my watch without doing my part. The priest abuse crisis and decreasing reputation of the church was actually a big push for me as well. While this deterred many people from active leadership, I've always felt the need to, as Gandhi says, be the change you wish to see in the world, and to work to build a better church from the inside out. If people are going to get angry at the church, I'd rather it be me listening patiently and working for reconciliation than some of the priests who might be a little less compassionate or welcoming. But frankly, those reasons are not enough. While it's noble to be a priest out of a sense of duty and responsibility for others, and that should definitely be a part of one's discernment, there has to be some internal desire as well. Being a priest should be a joyful experience. It may seem like a really simple question, but one of the most helpful questions for me was when a friar asked me, do you like to do the things priests do? Lead people in prayer, share your faith publicly, listen and be attentive. Not only be a follower of Christ and a member of his church, but devote your entire life to helping others do the same as an official leader of it. If those things don't bring you joy, this friar told me, then maybe God isn't calling you to it. For me, all of these things did and still do. Unlike many of my classmates that studied science or literature in college, my undergraduate degree was in religion, so my work is kind of my hobby. I love to speak in front of people. I'm intrigued by the opportunity to make the liturgy as alive and as formative as it can be, and welcome the chance to meet people in the critical moments of their lives: weddings, baptisms, and funerals. I'm not sure what exactly my priestly life would look like, whether I'll be stationed at a parish or traveling on missions, and I know that being a priest is much more than being a sacramental machine. But I do know two things for sure. I feel a strong call from within and without to build up the church as a sacramental minister, and that my life as a priest will always be guided by my place in the brotherhood, one among equals living the charism of Francis of Assisi. There's obviously a lot more to my discernment process than I can fit in a 5-minute video, so if you're interested in knowing more about it, click here for all the blog posts I've written about it over the last 5 years, or see the link in the description. It's a new year for Breaking in the Habit and Ask Brother Casey, and with it came a new channel trailer you're going to want to see and share. And be sure to check out my Facebook page, where you can message me your questions and find all my videos, blogs, and pictures in one place.